This week on Game On, the Purple Rule. Back on the field, a Vikings greatest, and to talk all things football. The season may be months off, but fantasy players are lining up their X's and O's. The guru here to sort it all out. He's a rock legend in these parts. GB is back, talking sports and debuting a new song. We're packed. We're ready to go. It's time to get your game on.
Now, from the Liffey Irish Pub in St. Paul, it's Game On with Rod Simons.
And welcome again. This is Game On, powered by the Liffey. Love being in St. Paul, and great to have you with us as well. And a great show lined up for you over the next 28 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to be talking football. We're going to get to the fantasy. I've been getting emails from all the folks that play fantasy football saying, where is it? It's back. The guru is in the house to talk about that. And we have music in the MIAC too. GB Leighton debuting his new song right here on Game On just for you. So sit back, fasten your seatbelts, and enjoy. We always start Game On by the numbers.
When we look at the numbers, we find the Vikings have just completed their first workouts of the 2013 offseason. The Twins hit the road. Canterbury Park racing continues down in Shakopee. And the Lynx look for titles as their WNBA season gets into high gear.
Game On is powered by the Liffey. You know, number 83 is in the house, all spiffed up. Stu Voigt, good to have you
Just
here.
for you, Rod.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing great. Feeling good.
It's been too long, and
It sure has.
Summer is here. We're going to talk golf in just a minute, but the Vikings have been back on the field now. The rookies a few weeks ago, the veterans just recently, and I got to ask you, because all the fans want to know this, before we get going about the players, you're one of the Vikings 50 greatest. People still love seeing you out and about. Does it ever get old being one of their greatest players ever?
No, it really doesn't, but also I'm just so grateful to all the fans and teammates and coaches that I had. That was a great honor, no question about it, kind of the crowning achievement, and to be linked with the Tarkingtons and the Rashads and the Adrian Petersons, that's pretty tall cotton to be in.
The Vikings hit the field, everybody starts talking purple and football. Are you surprised by how much fans really, really care, and they kind of bleed the color?
There's no question. They bleed purple. This is a Vikings town, whether it be the Timberwolves or the Wild or the Twins.
Yeah.
It's still a Viking town when it comes down to it. They've got just such a storied history, and the fans get captured in not only the past but the present, and I think the future, which looks pretty bright. So this is a team that you live and die with, and there's been some ups and some colossal downs, but it's still the fans' favorite.
Let's talk about the team. Let's talk right off the bat with Adrian Peterson. The team comes in, Peterson's healthy this year. Last year there were so many questions about his knee and what might happen. The future's bright for this kid, and as he goes, so does the team.
Well, there's no question, and I think I didn't have a problem with the severity of that knee injury because of the fact that he has such a work ethic. He worked himself back into shape, and then he's just a great talent. When you ever shake his hand, you realize that's the hand of a man, and he is driven to be the best, and he was the best by far. And I'm disappointed that he didn't get the all-time record. I think he's got a shot to get it this year. But,
Well, he's saying 2,500 now.
and he's going to be a marked man, but I think we've improved the offensive line. We've got some more weapons around him as far as a passing attack, so I got to think he goes over 2,000 yards this year, maybe not 2,500, but he's kind of the straw that stirs the drink, and he's one of those guys that maybe him and Jim Brown, the two best backs I've ever seen.
Oh, my goodness. Let's keep talking. We just scratched the surface.
Sounds
Stu Voigt,
good.
number 83 in the house, only here on Game On, powered by the Liffey.
Don't forget, once the Twins broadcast is over, it ain't over. Join me on 96.3 K-Twin with Jason Nagel for the K-Twin Final Call after each and every Twins game this season. It's radio for us. The Final Call only at 96.3 K-Twin FM. We're far from finished with your Vikings. Stu's back next. But first, it's the K-Twin voice of the fan asking you, who's your favorite all-time Viking?
Adrian Peterson, because he just blows through everything.
He's the man.
Yeah. Oh, there are a lot of good ones out there. I do like Jared because he has that mullet.
It's coming back, yeah.
Yeah. So the mullet militia really does it for me too. The website, definitely. But I'd say AP just because he's a good guy. Got kicked out of a bar.
They don't agree on much, these two, but they do love K-Twin, these two.
Hey, Gardy, you know the Twins are on our favorite radio station?
Yeah, we're excited to be on FM.
Will you start a radio? Make it out to Keith and Kevin? Kevin and Keith.
Keith and Kevin's fine.
Kevin, then Keith. How about combine it? Kethaven?
How would you spell that?
Keitheketeven.
Put me in cold. I'm ready to play.
Hi, I'm Christian Ponder with the Minnesota Vikings. I know how important it is to fuel up so that I can be successful on and off the field. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 programs, I am proud to encourage all of my fellow NFL players to do our part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need to learn and play at their best. Go to tasteofthenfl.com and NFL.com to find out how you can help. Welcome to the team. Hey, it's Meat Sauce, and it's time once again for the Bar Abilene trivia question. The question is, since 1961, which team has had more playoff appearances? The Minnesota Vikings or the Packers? Don't touch that dial. The answer before the end of Game On.
Time now to get back in the game. It's Game On TV.
Great to have you back. Game On, powered by the Liffey, number 83, back in house, Stu Voigt. Okay, we were just talking about Adrian Peterson. As he goes, so does the team, so to speak. They bring in a veteran quarterback from Kansas City, Matt Castle, to back up Christian Ponder. I think it's a great move because you actually have leadership there and someone to work on. You're only going to get better if you're pushed.
There's no question Matt Castle's put some great numbers up when he backed up Brady and Brady got hurt. He's a veteran quarterback. I don't think there's a quarterback controversy yet. It's still Christian Ponder's team, but quite frankly, he has to prove that he's going to take that job and go with it. There's been some controversy during the offseason, some remarks from Percy Harvin. So I think it's a make it or break a year for Christian Ponder, but I got a feeling he has the talent to do it. They solidified getting Jennings, getting some players healthy as far as receivers.
3 first-round draft choices.
And then all of a sudden you've got, Adrian Peterson. That takes some of the pressure off him, but there's no question. You're never going to be a top-flight championship team without a championship quarterback, and he has to take that next step up to be a great quarterback.
Love having you with us, and love also the fact that you will be with us for Golf for the Gift number 6. I'll be talking a little bit about it a little bit later on in the show, but it's my charity golf event for adoption. You come out every year, you help us do some great work, and we're grateful beyond words.
Rod, I want to tell you, you put together one great golf tournament and for a great cause at a great golf course, Troy Byrne. It has gobbled up a lot of my golf balls, but
Yes.
What a fun time, and thank you for inviting me, and I'll sing the praises of the golf tournament out there. It is the best one I play in all year.
Well, we're grateful beyond
Thank
words.
you, my
and
friend.
thank you for being out
My
with
pleasure.
us. You always have your game on. I love that.
I try.
Stu Voigt, number 83, one of the 50 greatest Vikings, right here on Game.
You can keep up with the T-Wolves and the NBA 24/7 with my weekly blog. It's Simon Says at Timberwolves.com. Simon Says full of inside information. We keep you connected to all things inside the team, from player movement to special promotions and so much more. It's interactive, so weigh in. Drop me a note at rod@GameOnTVMN.com. It's Simon Says every Thursday at Timberwolves.com. Ahead, we're breaking out the rock and roll. GB's on deck. But first, the K-Twin voice of the fan asking, who's your all-time favorite Viking?
Favorite all-time Viking? Favorite, most definitely recent, is AP, obviously. I mean, he's cut above the rest, right? And I'm going to get some flack for saying this. I loved what Randy Moss did when he came into the league. The best receivers in the league were getting 10 touchdowns this season. He gets 17, 18, whatever it was his first season, and continues to produce. I do love Randy Moss.
That's why I can't go back to Cleveland ever again.
Hey, do you actually looking like your profile picture?
Do you not having a mustache?
Well, I do kind of have a mustache.
But it's a beard.
Right, do you not having a mustache?
Those are my friends over there in case this was a total train wreck.
Yeah, actually, those are my friends hitting on your friends. Here we go.
Keep the good times going with the crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Your world is crashing. Let's change the passion tonight. All right.
GameON is powered by the Liffey. You know the rocker sitting right next to me, Brian Leighton, GB in the house. How are you, buddy?
I'm great, man.
By the way, I just got to tell you, you look great.
Thank
How,
you.
you must be feeling a lot better.
I'm feeling way better than, a year ago,
Yeah.
when I was getting over the chemo and all that stuff, I was getting into it. But man, it's amazing how you felt my energy starting to come back again,
Nice.
and color, and just feeling good. So.
And you have been so busy. I follow you on Facebook, as so many thousands of others do, and you're all over the place.
Yes, it's starting to get summer again. So
And that's good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, but it gets nuts. It
Nice.
gets really nuts.
So do you have time to record when you're so busy? Are you writing, or you're just going from one gig to the next, sleeping when you can, sound checking, doing what you got to do?
Well, there's periods of times when you're doing what you're doing, and in the fall I started going down to Nashville again and started writing more songs and stuff and getting stuff for the new album that we recorded in Nashville, and it's going to be coming out this summer. And so you kind of do things, in the winter times it's a lot more time off.
Because you stay in Minnesota.
Yeah. I live in Minnesota. I breathe
nice.
Minnesota.
Yes, you do.
Minnesota sports. I am all about my kids,
Yeah.
It's so funny because these days kids grow up knowing so many teams because of the internet and the Wi-Fi and all that stuff, or their phones. And I'm still true blue, Minnesota all the way, every sport, and my kids don't get it. And I'm like, hey, you won't get it, when you grew up.
And the boys know more about sports than we both do.
Oh, they do. It's college kids that are playing basketball.
Yeah.
And he's 12, and I'm like, I don't get this. How do you know this stuff? I never knew this stuff,
I love that.
So it's great. It's really great.
So when you watch the Twins, and we all know you got a rich, run with the Minnesota Twins, you're a big fan as well as have been all over them. Do you like what you see so far in the season? They're a little inconsistent.
They are, and I really like this type of team, I really like the guys that just seem like a group of them get together and make something special instead of one or two, three guys on a team that make it special. I like the group thing that come together where the underdogs are sometimes coming out of the woodwork and doing things that are great. I love that.
I do too, and I like what this team is all about and how they're built. I think big things really do await for them. I think it's going to be a better season than a lot of people predict.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it started out that way, and we're going through a little slump right now. But I have a feeling that these guys pull it together, and they're good players. They're professional ball players. It's like, they're all good. So.
And since we're speaking of the Twins, just a bit ago you were back at Target Field again to sing, and you had been there really, really early in its inception.
Yes, I had the fortunate opportunity to sing there on the opening day.
Nice.
Home game, opening day, God Bless America during the 7th inning
Nice.
stretch. So that's something I'll always remember, So it was great to get back there again and play at Target
Roof
Field.
deck, looking over everybody,
It's
singing.
pretty awesome sights, yes, definitely.
Nice.
Yes.
That's just great. Well, thank you for being with us. Before we're done, you're back to sing one more song.
Yep. I have a new song that I'm going to sing for you guys. Actually, this is the first that anyone will ever hear this song. I'm going to do for your show tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. GB, we love you.
Yeah, thanks.
You're the
brother.
best.
You're the best.
And say hello to the boys for
I
me.
will do that.
Awesome. GB in the house on GameON.
It's a busy sports week, so here's your update. From the Purple Pride Planner, the Twins get the Philadelphia Phillies in interleague play June 11th. Minicamp opens for the Vikings on June 18th. Their first preseason games at the Dome against Houston. And then the Vikings get their first home game during the regular season, September 22nd against Cleveland. The Lynx in Phoenix, June 6th. The Saints get Wichita on the 7th. And United FC against Fort Lauderdale. The PGA at the St. Jude Classic. The Champions Tour at Shoal Creek. It's Pocono for NASCAR racers. And the NHRA back in Brainerd at the Lucas Oil Nationals, August 15th. We want you to get into the game. Golf for the Gift is June 27th. The NHL Alumni Golf Event, July 16th. The K-Twin Spare Key is coming up June 10th. And Greg Coleman's YMCA fundraiser August 12th. More info at our website. And don't forget our podcast with Rod, Webby, and the A-Train. All the latest inside information, our views too. And you can reach us, let us know your thoughts at GameOnTVMN.com. And that's the latest from your Purple Pride Planner. Next up, fantasy football is readying for its return. Our guru steps in. But first, the K-Twin voice of the fan asking, who's your all-time favorite Viking?
That's going to be number 80, Chris Carter. Growing up, I was right around that 5-6 years old, looking up to every professional athlete, but he was the best.
Hey guys, I'm Andre Kirilenko.
Chris, good to meet you.
I'm Justin. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice
so what's up?
I'm a huge fan. I have almost the whole team's autograph, and you're one of the few guys that I don't have. What do I have to do to get it?
Hey chica, hablas mi lengua. Come here and do your thing, ma.
Shake it, baby. You can just have a free one.
Thanks.
Everybody knows who the realest in the village.
Welcome back to GameON TV.
GameON is powered. When you come here, you're going to get great pub food. This is a great Irish pub. But one of the other things you'll get is an amazing pour. Last time we were here, this is what we found. We let the cooks in the kitchen. We have Derek, the bar manager here from the Liffey, to help us with the art form of going to a hockey game. Place is going to be packed in 90-some minutes. You're going to show us how to pour a perfect Guinness. How many have you poured over your career?
I would imagine 70,000, 80,000. It's been quite a few.
And it's not the easiest. Take us through.
There's a couple things you gotta take into account. Clean glass, number one. Has to be beer clean. No spots, no marks.
Okay.
Hold the glass at a 45-degree angle. Don't touch the spout to the glass.
Okay.
That's a key thing. And you open it up all the way.
That's a fast pour.
It pours pretty fast. And you want to fill it 3/4 of the way up.
Okay. Why 3/4?
Well, if you pour it straight away, the head comes out as, well, they call it a collared head. Letting it rest really allows the head to really kind of solidify. So when you finish it off, it actually comes proud of the rim. It's over the rim. All right, well, it looks about ready. So to finish it off, you hold the glass straight up and down, push the Guinness tap away from you.
Oh.
And you want to fill it till it's just proud of the rim.
Look at that.
And your head is well above the heart mark there, and that's a perfect pint.
You're good with Guinness.
Thank you, sir.
Derek's the man, only here in the 60-second show. It is that time. The fantasy guru is back in the house. Jeremy Johnson is here. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for
Your
having
off
me.
season has been good. You're just in front of newspapers and clippings and all kinds of information.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Keeping track with fantasy baseball, a little bit of basketball and hockey, but football's king. So
let's talk football, because the teams, all the NFL teams, have been in and out of camp. The OTAs have started. Training camps are coming in July. We always start with our beast, number 28.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson. Remember, a year ago at this point, there was a lot of it up in the air. No one really knew what his fantasy value was going to be. I can remember talking last year that he was going in like the 3rd round, 7th round, and it was crazy to hear that. I even picked him to be on the bench week 1 against the Jaguars last year.
Yeah, mistake there.
Which was a big mistake, and I said I'd never do it again. So Adrian coming off of the 2,000 yards, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect anything different than what he did last year.
He'll be a number 1 pick all the way across.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Probably 1 or 2, maybe depending on where you live in the country.
You also point south to Arian Foster.
Yeah, Arian Foster is another guy who delivered last year. He's a very key component to the Texans offense. Matt Schaub has kind of learned more as far as passing to him and getting him receptions out of the backfield, which always increases their fantasy value.
Mm-hmm. And when you talk about another beast, the beasts on the West Coast, Seattle's Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch, what can you say? I mean, rookie quarterback in Seattle last year, so you expected a little bit of a boost with his numbers, but Russell Wilson was able to create some room for him throwing the ball and running as well. But Marshawn Lynch had a huge year and looked for more for the same as well.
You can always catch the Game On Guru on our website, GameOnTVMN.com. He's poking in now and then with fantasy updates. They'll increase in volume now that the teams are back on the field. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
The Guru is in the house, only here in your fantasy update.
We're just a few days away now from our special day. It's the Rod Simons Golf for the Gift of Adoption Celebrity Fundraiser. It's June 27th at gorgeous Troy Burn Golf Club in Hudson. We're raising money to help couples start forever families through adoption. All your information, and you can play too. Just go to golfforthegift.com, and we'd love to see you June 27th in Hudson. Ahead, it's time to get caught up with the MIAC. All next on Game On.
They don't agree on much, these two, but they do love K-Twin, these two.
What? I love K-Twin infinitely more than you. Nope. All 6 presets in my car. K-Twin. Man, I hear K-Twin in my sleep. I don't sleepwalk. I sleep rock. Halfway there.
Here's your Bar Abilene trivia question. The question was, since 1961, which team has had more playoff appearances? The Minnesota Vikings or the Packers? Answer, Minnesota with 24, Green Bay with 20. Join me every Tuesday from 8 to 10 at Bar Abilene from Trivia and next week on Game On.
It is time for the MIAC Minute. Michael, as his parents call him.
Thank you, Rod.
Mike Gallagher back in house.
Appreciate it.
Good to have you here. School's out. Some of the bigger performances from, let's talk about track and field. The discus in particular was notable.
Perhaps not the events you think of first when you're thinking of NCAA greatness, but there was some NCAA greatness in the MIAC at the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships this past weekend. Becky Culp brings down the MIAC's second national title of the year. St. Thomas Volleyball, of course, the first, and now Becky Culp in the discus goes out and puts up an amazing performance. Also, indoor track and field and outdoor track and field record holder in the shot put as well. So she's had a great year, capped it off in a very fitting way.
And when we talk about summer and the break, a lot of change is in the air for the MIAC.
One of the first things that comes to mind is Jameson Rusthoven, new head men's basketball coach at St. Mary's. He was formerly the athletic director at Minneapolis Southwest. Hasn't been a head coach at the college level, but everyone raves about his leadership ability.
He's the first African-American head coach in MIAC basketball, correct?
In MIAC basketball, that's correct. So, and everyone is very excited. Obviously, the MIAC has blazed trails on the women's side with athletics in the past, and now having him in this conference as the first African-American head men's basketball coach is another step that we love to take in the conference.
Nice, and we'll see him soon right here on Game On. Other changes?
Yeah, you know, over the summer, I was talking to Chris O'Lean, head baseball coach at St. Thomas this past week after his team was eliminated in the regional out in Whitewater, and he was telling me, you know, we're not taking time off here in the summer at St. Thomas, and that's how it is for a lot of coaches. He was at actually a tryout for Dylan Thomas, a pro tryout, a couple scouts out to see him throw off a mound. So in this upcoming MLB June draft, it's looking like he's going to get some lookers, and AAU basketball is kicking in. Softball has their summer ball, baseball as well. So there's a lot going on this summer with coaches. It's a 24/7, 365 gig.
Just like your life. and he does it all without teleprompter too. It's awesome.
Right, you're going to be in K-Twin later tonight and everything. I mean, you're not doing bad yourself.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for the plug. Always great to have you here.
Thanks a lot.
Back again soon. Michael Gallagher on the MIAC. Been a busy show, and that is it for us. Thank you for letting us be a part of your weekend. We leave you now with something very, very special. GB playing for us. It's been a while since we've done this, and earlier you mentioned that you have a new song. First time you've played it?
Yes, I have a new CD coming out this summer, but I have a new song that no one's ever heard that I'm going to play for your show.
What are we hearing?
It's called All Over the Map.
All Over the Map. GB Leighton rocks. Only here on Game On. Make it a great week.
Little mama, everybody knows you and me got gypsy souls. We can't sit still for very long. Need our hair blowing in the wind, red sun beating on our skin, rolling wheels in a traveling song. So honey, let's keep moving on. I wanna kiss you in Carolina, lay under them Georgia pines, drinking California wine all afternoon. I wanna see you in San Antonio, out west with a sundress on, or wherever, 'cause girl, I'm gone, as long as I'm with you. And it don't matter where we're at, or if we ever make it back. Baby, I wanna love you all over the map. We can get a little New Orleans, and darling, you can be my Delta Queen, and I'll be your Mardi Gras. Or we can get a little Pompano Beach, find a spot just you and me, start a fire and watch the stars fall. And honey, I wanna do it all. I wanna kiss you in Carolina, lay under them Georgia pines, drinking California wine all afternoon. I wanna see you in San Antonio, out west with a sundress on, or wherever, 'cause girl, I'm gone, as long as I'm with you. And it don't matter where we're at, or if we ever make it back. Baby, I wanna love you all over the map. I wanna love you all night long. We'll be a couple of rolling stones, rolling wherever, 'cause girl, I'm gone, as long as I'm with you. And it don't matter where we're at, or if we ever make it back. Baby, I'm gonna love you all over the map.